5 years ago, Secondhour released their first watch. It was called the Gin Clear. And today, 5 years later, they released this celebration version. It's got a brand new dial with ripples in it, and as you can see, it features two different colorways, a blue and a red. Very vibrant, very fun. And in listening to some of the feedback from viewers, they've even incorporated a stainless steel bezel insert, just to give the watch a different dynamic. Now, I've had a week with both of these watches, so without further ado, let's check out these Gin Clear Mark II, the Ripple Edition. Now, the dials on these watches are quite unique. In fact, they represent the ripples in the water. So imagine a drop of water on the surface. As it lands, it creates ripples that emanate all the way out from the center. That's what they've done here. So it's quite an interesting design because that second hand, that redesigned second hand, traces out those ripples as it goes around. Both lollipops, the red one on the tip as well as that counterbalance. So those are the little nuances, the little details that us as enthusiasts look for. Little touches that make a watch a little bit quirky and different. Now, after spending a week on the wrist with these watches, I've basically found one fault. That's it. One gripe, one room for improvement, because the rest of the watch, the experience has been a delight. Very functional, very toolish, a little bit of fun, but also very well made. Now, you saw the pop-up. Secondhour has sponsored this video, so I will of course leave a link in the description section. If this or any of their watches interest you, feel free to check them out. Now, diving straight into the specs of the watches, the general dimensions have not changed. The watch still comes in at 40mm with a case height of 12.2. I measure a lug-to-lug of 47 and a lug width of 20. Now, that crown is a 6.4mm silent screw-down crown. The watch still offers 300 meters of water resistance. And the total weight on the supplied bracelet sized to my 18cm wrist, I'm measuring exactly at 164 grams, which again hasn't changed. So as you can see the overhead, even though it's a 40mm watch, that bezel I measure at 41mm. So the footprint is very nice. It actually wears very thin, and the comfort and usability on the bracelet again has been an absolute delight. Now, one of the heroes of this watch is that bracelet. It's actually very well made. As you can see, it's got very good articulation. It folds straight down. It's got screw pins, a proper milled swivel, and an on-the-fly adjustment clasp. And the clasp is quite easy to adjust. With the push of a button, you can extend it or retract it. And one of the things that I loved about the original, which this still has, is the 1200 Vickers coating, not only on the bracelet, but also on that case. So it's got a hardness coating that's going to allow the watch to remain looking good years in, years out. That's a welcome addition that we see from many micro brands. Now, if I turn the watch over, you can see there's a solid case back. It features a nicely embossed oil-pressed hawksbill turtle. Very good detail, nicely designed, and behind that case back, the watches feature a regulated ETA 2824. Automatic 28,800 vibrations per hour. And although these watches are pre-production versions that I've got in my hand, they've both been running at exactly 0 seconds per day. Pretty much flatline on the time grapher. Now, the watches feature a flat sapphire crystal with 6 layers of anti-reflective coating. They've been doing a fantastic job in keeping the watch legible, clean, clear. So in that department, well done. And if we turn the lights off and look at that lume, the watch features Swiss Superluminova. And as the original, evenly applied, nice and bright, I don't think I've ever received a watch from Secondhour where I've not been happy with the lume. These ones here, again, they don't disappoint. They're bright, they're even, long lasting, again, no complaints. Now, being a 5-year anniversary model from its inception, they've basically kept the price the same. The watch still comes in at 1,200 Australian dollars, and I think for a 300-meter diver with an ETA movement, especially with a nice thin profile and case finishing matched up with that 1,200 Vickers hardness coating, I think these are a really good deal. Now, in saying all that, what are my gripes or room for improvement? And as I mentioned at the beginning, I really only found one gripe for this watch, and that is if you want to put on aftermarket straps on these watches, leather or rubber, just be aware that you're going to need straps that offer curved spring bars, because the gap between the case and the spring bars is quite tight. And that's pretty much it, because the rest of the watch has been an absolute delight. And as I mentioned in my first review of this model, the bracelet is so well made and so comfortable, I think a watch like this can gladly live on it without any issues. But bear in mind, if you do want to do strap changes, look for straps that have curved spring bars. I'm glad I got a chance to spend some time with these watches on the wrist. This one here, as you can see, it's still got the original seconds hand. It hasn't been upgraded yet, as these are pre-production versions. But rest assured, both watches will come with the updated seconds hand and updated dials. A nice, interesting visual concept there. So if you're keen on any of these watches, guys, get on Secondhour's website. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check them out. I believe the pre-order starts on August the 9th. So in celebrating their 5-year anniversary, Secondhour has released a really nice couple of watches here with unique dials, colour matched date wheels. And for those who know Peter, he's always trying to push the envelope just that little bit more to get something different and unique from his designs. And these are no exception. So thanks for watching. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you've had any experience with Peter's watches. The ones that I've had on the channel, the quality has been great. The finishing and tolerances have also been on a very high level. So I think value for money, all things considered. You pretty much get what you pay for, and in this case, you also get that little bit more. Thanks for watching. Be well, be safe, continue to enjoy the hobby, and we'll see you in the next one.